Donny Hathaway was an American singer, songwriter, and arranger. He started his professional career as a songwriter and session musician, arranger, and producer for Curtis Mayfield's Bertum Records in the late 60s. His first single was a duet with June Conquest, which was released in 1969, and his first studio album was released in 1970. He was in the early 70s. He was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and he got into what I understand is a fairly common cycle in with conditions like this, which is that he took his medication and felt fine, and felt that because he felt fine, he didn't need his medication, so stopped taking his medication and got worse. And this is a cycle that I've certainly heard in other situations before. This took a toll on his professional career, so his last studio album was his fourth, which was released in 1973. In 1979, he was in the middle of recording a new album of duets with longtime collaborator Roberta Flack when he was found dead beneath his 15th floor window, presumed to have taken his own life. Hi, my name is Dan, and this is a review of Extension of a Man by Donny Hathaway, which was his final solo studio album, and it's my first time listening to it, so completely new to me. I would describe this as being soul and other things, but mostly kind of centered around soul. And it ranges from massive orchestral, smooth soul stuff that could be Barry White if his singing was a lot lower, which at times actually reminds me of Barry Manilow. It's just that kind of lounge singing style, easy listening-ish. A good example of that is the track Someday We'll All Be Free. And then at the other end of the spectrum is funk. So again, with big production, lots of instruments and strings and stuff in. The Slums is probably the most funky track, and is probably my favourite track on the album as well as a result. And then there's various shades in between, so bits are kind of more funky, other bits are more kind of slush soul-y, for want of a better word. There is one track, though, that sticks out like a sore thumb from all the others, which is the track Magdalena, which is a kind of vaudeville jazzy kind of thing, and it's reasonably good fun, but it doesn't really fit with the rest of the album, although a lot of albums seem to have the one track which is somewhat different, and this is the one for this album. There's quite a lot of presence of electric piano in particular. There's occasional kind of normal piano, which I presume is Donny playing. I should have checked that before I made my notes. And this is particularly prevalent in one of the instrumentals, which is Valdez in the Country. So there's a couple of instrumentals. Valdez in the Country is actually kind of jazz funk. It's got this kind of feel of improvisation to it. And then the other one is I Love the Lord and He Heard My Cry, which is the first track, which reminds me of, more than anything, 1950s film opening music is when all the credits are coming up and you got this big kind of washy orchestral thing going on to get you in the mood for the film. The singing's fine. He's got a slight lisp, which possibly adds to my Barry Manilow comparisons. His voice is, I think, similar to Barry Manilow's at times, and at other times it's much more soulful. The songs are mostly his, with a few by other people, and they're about, I don't know, I didn't really pick up on what the songs were about, which seems to be a thing that happens sometimes. So, overall, what do I think? Pleasant enough. Bit too smooth for me at times, so I prefer the funkier end of the stuff on this. But it's pretty varied. There's quite a bit here to like. Just I didn't like so much the kind of more smooth stuff, as you picked up. All right. So, as always, though, that's my opinion. That's what I think. I'd love to know what your opinion is. What do you think of this album? Please do share your thoughts with me. But that's it from me for now.